It is a rainy, thundery night in New York City. Rain is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, so I thought I would share it with you. And in a way, if I sort of stretch my premise, I can say that it is appropriate to our topic today, sort of. Um, as you probably know, one of the ways that I got more comfortable with auditioning and better at it and all of these things it was by looking at some of the microscopic steps along the way and finding places where maybe my thinking about it wasn't exactly logical or sensible. And today I'm going to talk about one of those things. Today I'm going to talk about being late. What happens when you're running late to an audition? Again, microscopic part of the process that usually doesn't happen. However, it can trip you up, and that's why I'm talking to you about it. And so my excuse for the rain link is that weather can make you late. I tried. All right. I started to notice that when I was running late, my stress level would rise. And I would start to feel as if something was really at risk. Something was in danger of going terribly wrong. And as I've revisited that idea, I've realized that, first of all, it is so rare for me to enter the casting office at the time that I was slated to go in. They're always running late, almost always. It's rare that they're not running late. That's the norm. So chances are, if you're running late, you'll be walking in at the perfect time, first of all. Secondly, with the exception of certain kinds of theater auditions, there's not a huge penalty or risk going on. You could be late and go up to the casting associate, as I've done many times, or the assistant, or whoever's checking people in, and say, "Listen, I got here a little late. My name is Michael Kostroff," and they go, "Okay, oh, no problem. We'll put you in next." And everybody goes on with their lives. If in the meantime you've gotten yourself so worked up and aggravated, the reason this is worth talking about is that can really pull you out of your work. You come in flustered. It makes it harder for you to do what we need to do, which is act. And really, that's all we should be thinking about in an audition. As you know, I teach this, not trying to get a job, not trying to impress anybody, not trying to show how prompt we are, but just doing the acting work that the scene requires. And you can get to that work more effectively if you haven't gotten yourself all aggravated about being late. It's one of those things that's not as dire as you think it is. It's one of the many, many things that's not as dire as you think it is. And I want you to start to look at what is happening with your anxiety when you're running late. And in that moment, as I do, remind yourself, hey, no tragedy. No tragedy. I have to do this with myself, honestly. I'm like, first of all, you're not that late, because we're usually talking like 5 minutes. And second of all, it's all going to be okay. So that's my message du jour. I would love to hear some of your stories about running late and what happened or didn't happen. And maybe you're all on time and I'm just talking to myself. But, that's unlikely. I have a feeling that some of you have circumstances beyond your control that make you late for auditions, and now you cannot worry about it. Oh, one more thing. Another thing. You don't have to come in gushing apologies either. Chances are no one has noticed. They're not standing by the door with a time clock going, "You're 30 seconds late." They're all busy running a casting session. They got other things to do that have nothing to do with you. If you can start to think of it as less of a big deal, you'll be doing yourself a favor. All right. Take care. Don't be late. All right. Goodbye.